Aloha, everybody. Thank you for joining me today. And I made a video recently about self-love and specifically about self-appreciation, appreciating ourselves. And I wanted to expand on that or possibly get more specific on that. This area might be triggering for some people. Or it may not be, I don't know. I think it's a touchy subject, and that is appreciating our body. And the reason why I say that is because we have images of ourselves. Many of us believe that, we are our bodies, or we don't like aspects about our bodies. And there are whole behaviors that go along with this. We live in cultures that teach us constantly through media, social media, and through magazines and everything that we see, images of how we're supposed to look, like the ideal body, the ideal weight, the ideal body, and ultimately as spiritual beings, this doesn't matter because we are all beautiful, we are all unique, and why do we need to look like or be like any images that we're being shown in the world? And that can be hard to hear, and I understand that because since an early age, we are shown or we're told that we're not perfect, and so we believe as children growing up that we have to change some aspect of ourselves in order for others to like us more. And a lot of that has to do with our body imaging, or how we see our bodies. So when we look at now self-appreciation, which I've talked about, being able to go into appreciating ourselves, this can really help how we view ourselves or view the image that we have of ourselves. And I don't mean ourselves, but the image that we have of our bodies. And so regardless of what anybody tells you, regardless of what, those close to you or those in the media tell you or social media, you have this body. And it, if you're lucky enough to have 2 legs and 2 arms and to have a voice and to have eyes to see or ears to hear, or maybe you don't have all those things, you still are in these bodies. And being able to appreciate them exactly for what they are, I think is a beautiful thing. But how do we do that? I believe, and even for myself, there have been times where I believed that, I didn't like my belly, or when I began to lose my hair, I thought that, I don't have any more hair. And I used to I had long hair before when I was in high school and early, the first time I went to college, I had wavy blonde hair, and then all that went away, and I felt the shame for a long time not having any hair. But now I like having a bald head. I like my head. So it can be a huge jump to like our body, and I'm not saying that this is an easy thing. That's why I say, what I'm saying here can be a trigger warning, because it can trigger people, and it can make people feel self-conscious. Not necessarily what I'm saying, but, bringing awareness to what we like or dislike about our bodies. But if you think about like, and I had a friend telling me this the other day, trees don't compare themselves to other trees, and I was thinking, that made me think about, like one of my cats is larger than another cat. They don't make comments to each other about that. They accept each other for who they are. The stars don't say, oh, I'm more yellow than you are, or I can, I'm a supernova and you're not, ha ha ha, this world is made up of physical form, and a lot of the physical form within that physical form is energy and consciousness. And I believe that humans are the only ones that know how to compare themselves. So going back to self-appreciation and going back to appreciating our body, and this can be a practice, this can be something that takes a while. But I would start with something small, such as I have a heart, and my heart beats blood throughout my body. And it allows me to digest food and for my kidneys to filter blood, and it allows me to walk, or I have a digestive system that allows me to digest food. I have a mouth that can speak, speak these words to you right now. I can hear, beautiful sounds around me, or maybe they're not beautiful sounds, but I have the ability to hear if I have that ability. Not everybody does. Or I have the ability to see. Again, not everybody might not have that. So I would look at, in a general sense, what that might mean to you, how to appreciate the functions of your body is where I would start, as opposed to how your body looks, or as opposed to comparing yourself to other bodies. The very fact that you can taste food, the very fact that you have teeth to chomp on the food, a tongue to taste, organic orange juice or whatever that happens to be. This can be a huge leap and a huge step in how we begin to, it's a foundation in how we begin to view our bodies. And then you might say, oh, actually, I have really cool feet, like I like the shape of my left pinky toe, it might go that way or it might not. But the fact is, remembering that you are a unique expression of the divine, you are a unique expression of God, and this body is only just a vehicle. And the body it's a beautiful vehicle because it can help us hold energy and transform our consciousness. We have, a whole body system. There's something called like esoteric anatomy, or where, they used to teach us in the ancient mystery schools, where there's a point in time where our pineal gland opens up and light comes in from the divine and opens up all the chambers of the brain and activates the endocrine system. And so we have these amazing vehicles that can do amazing things. It doesn't matter how your body might look. So I just wanted to express this in such a way that, there's no judgment from the higher levels. And if you can even remember that you have a soul, you have a spirit that doesn't judge you, that doesn't judge this body. It actually wants to use this body to help you come into a greater consciousness, into greater self-appreciation, into greater love. And just remembering that, possibly, or taking the time to know that this is a truth. And then just starting with the small things to appreciate about yourself, appreciate about your body, appreciate about the functions that it has, or even the functions that it might not have, I think can be a huge step in changing the body image and changing or dismantling what we've been told for so long about how our bodies need to look. So I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I hope you take this message to heart, and I will talk to you soon. Goodbye.